Michael is asking, I have a question about what you charge clients for content curation. Can you be a little bit more specific about exactly what you charge them? So I guess maybe I don't know if we can go specifics about I'm charging this client this amount,
Well,
but
yeah, no. It depends. It's always going to depend on the client, what their budget is. It's going to depend on the level of quality that's required. For example, I don't recommend going after legal niche, for example, because the legal niche you have to be really, really careful with any sort of information that you post on a legal blog. In fact, I would recommend that you only hire like a paralegal or greater to actually curate or write content for that. So it's not something that I would outsource to just a regular virtual assistant. But that's kind of one of that's not really all that common. Now, when it comes to like the clients that I mainly do curation for are most of the clients I service are contractors and home services industry. I have some clients that are limo service companies and insurance agents, and I've had some mortgage brokers and things like that. But for the most part, it's going to vary depending on what the client's budget is and the level of quality that you are producing. So, as an example, Michael, I can give you a range. Okay, like I mentioned at the beginning of this webinar, and you might have missed it. I pay for money site posts anywhere between $8 to $15. That's what I pay my curators. I charge my clients anywhere between $15 to $35 per post. Okay, and then what I do is when I'm submitting a proposal to them, I give it to them on a per post price. So let's say that I'm curating for the limo service company, which I charge $35 per post, right? And I pay the curator about $12 per post. But just to keep the math simple, let's say I pay the curator $15, I'm charging $35, so I'm making $20 for every post that the curator creates or publishes, I should say, right? So and I tell the limo service company when I'm pitching them or I'm giving them the proposal, okay, we're going to charge you $35 per post, we're going to do 3 posts per week, so that's 12 posts per month. 12 times 35, what is that? Quick math, somebody get out the calculator. I'm going to have to do that real quick, just give me a second. So that would be $35 per post times 12 posts per month, and that comes out to be $420. And then I'd be paying my curator $10 or $15 per post, and that's 8 posts per or 12 posts per month, right? So 15 times 12 posts per month, that's 180. So it'd be 420 minus 180, be $240 spread, and that's what I collect. And that's paying the curator $15, and I told you I pay the curator $12 for that particular limo service company. So I'm actually making another $36 in profit on top of that. So I make about $276 off that one client per month to just manage the work or manage the curation. And it's very simple because, again, once the setup is done, which is really just helping the curator, and once they get good at this, you don't even need to help them do that anymore. But I was going to say to gather the content sources, and then you have to also run the content sources by the client and say, hey, do you approve of these? And by the way, you can ask the client if they have industry-related blogs, trade journals, anything like that that they already subscribe to, because most of them do. Most business owners have certain content sources that they go to and check, maybe not daily, but check often for updates in their industry, and those can be sources that you can use for curating. So again, it varies. On the low end, I pay $8 and I charge the client $15. On the high end, I charge I pay my curators maybe $15 and I charge the client $35, but that varies. If you're in an industry that has a higher I deal with a lot of like mom and pop and lower like smaller type contracting clients. So that's the type of fees that I can charge with the types of businesses that I service. Now, if I was working with larger companies, you can charge a hell of a lot more for content services. And if you don't believe me, go look at some of the high quality content services, content marketing services out there, and they charge over $100 per article for clients, sometimes $200 or $250 per article, and that's no joke. But that's if you're going for corporate or enterprise type content marketing service. So some of you that are doing larger clients, if you're doing larger client work, you can absolutely charge a hell of a lot more. I'm just giving you from the perspective of the type of clients that I deal with. If that makes sense.